Carl, you good to go?
Yeah, I'm right here. I'm fine.
Alright, so I'm going to just kind of go. Oh, none of you are actually loaded in, so I'm going to activate this. Oh, you guys are loading in into it. That's interesting how that works. Huh. Let me
Are
turn off.
are are me and Bennett supposed to be outside again?
You are not, but if your characters are outside, that's just because that's how that works.
Oh, okay.
Um, yeah. So the way it's working is since you can't see each other, if I move people map to map now, it blacks the screen out for people who aren't there. And since I don't want to give away positions and stuff because for some reason people metagame that stuff, you're just there. Alright? I'm just gonna be focused on Carl, so just think of it as I didn't remove your characters from the map, you know? Like that's pretty much
Gotcha,
all it is.
gotcha.
On the downside, Carl, you're without anybody, so I am just simply going to ask as you kind of look at this green fire in front of you, kind of twisting and dancing. You note again, based on prior questioning and just perception, the walls and everything around the fire are blank and just kind of old stone. You note you kind of look around and you find yourself without any allies. You're alone, basically, staring at the fire. With that being said, you know, you are growing colder. The fire does not seem to be giving off any warmth. What do you do?
Um, Listening inside my head as I take a step closer towards the fire, do I know any clearness in the voices? Oh, I
Uh,
can't figure it.
so, so the closer you get to the I'm sorry, you said what?
Oh no, that's my bad. That was just me mumbling.
Oh, so the closer you get to the fire, the more you kind of hear kind of whispering and just laughing, almost like just a female voice. It's the same voice from before, who spoke about fear and whatnot, but it just seems to be kind of like a harsh kind of laughter. It's not loud. It's just kind of in the back of your head.
And does the same thing happen as I take a step back away from the fire?
As you retreat from the fire, you note that the voices kind of slowly start to just silence. You almost hear kind of a sound.
Is it like a sound of peace or serenity, or is it just like they're bored or something boredom?
It's more kind of apathy or just kind of disappointment.
Falling in my head or speaking to myself, I just say, "Well, I get the gesture. Do you mind parting the flames at least?"
Um,
Do I get a response?
you don't know. You just hear snickering.
Okay. And looking before I answer, looking around me, do I note anyone? Oh, you said I'm alone, right? Am I? All right. Uh, Taking two more steps toward the fire. Do the same thing happen in my head? I'm
Uh,
listening.
yeah. So the closer you get to the fire, the kind of louder you hear kind of snickering and laughing.
Okay. And was I able to note how the first group got in after Jotun, or no?
Um, so based on I mean, basically not being here, I think I explained earlier, but I could tell you that you note that the other party members simply walked into the flame.
Walking into the flame, did they seem to take any physical damage, or did the flame just part for them like it did for Jotun?
It did not part. It pretty much disintegrated them.
That is not fun. Looking upwards, right? Do I know how tall the flames are? As if I were to jump, do I think, or does it seem like jumpable from where I am?
The flames are 15 feet. If you can manage the jump, you might be able to get over it.
Cool. Um, Staying in my head again, I just call out to the voices. Well, yeah. Headstrong then. I'm going to jump this. Yeah, it's bound to be entertainment for you at least. As I grip my feet towards the ground, black shadows kind of envelop the soles of my feet as I squat, preparing to jump over the flames, backing once and preparing a running start. Mm-hmm. Open this up quickly. And immediately using, hold on. Okay, immediately using Step of the Wind, um, enhancing my feet power, I rush forward, or enhancing my feet. I just rush forward and leap as high as I can, with the shadows kind of aiding me in support as like a black angel going above the flames. I attempt to leap across it.
All right. Make an athletics check with advantage.
Okay. Uh, ah,
So with that,
24.
you just kind of slide your way above, past the flames. As you're doing this, you can hear the voices in your head just kind of clear a bit, and you can hear a very distinct female voice just kind of from the south, which is north for you on the map. Just kind
Okay.
of going, oh, you are very disappointing. That's how I'm gonna move you because well, you missed all the fun stuff.
Yeah, that's fine.
Uh, this brings you face to face, and I'm gonna move you guys over because you guys aren't really here. So this brings you face to face with Lady Whitehaven as she kind of stares at you, shaking her head. Uh, you're quite the disappointment, young elf. Tell me, what is it like to be so cowardly?
Well, it isn't the best feeling, but I hope that my time in this land can at least mold me into something of your image, madam, as I say in response.
She just kind of snickers a bit and kind of leans over towards you from her throne. "Mm-mm. Perhaps you can become like me. The Amber Temple does have that answer for you, by the way. If you truly seek this, she holds out her skeletal hand, form. Looking over at you, she kind of just waves a very bony finger at you and just goes, "But tut tut, you failed the test." So, and she just kind of nods. You might play a new game. With that, you note she kind of waves her hand that is flesh in front of you. You kind of see just a glittering of green as you somehow start to, in the back of your mind, see just a black void and just an eye peering at you. As you see the eye get bigger and bigger on the side, you feel your kind of skin coalesce and just press against you. You begin to kind of sweat. She shakes her head. You will join the other four. Well, she notes to your right as you look over the dead bodies laying there. Some of your friends didn't make it. However, if you can, she points to the portal to her left. This one, in case you don't know what the left and right look like. If you can
Okay.
enter this thing, perhaps you can aid your other friends and get rid of that little issue. You see, you only have one day before you're dead. That said, I imagine your fear shouldn't overcome you. With that, you note she waves the bony finger, and you kind of feel more inspired. You lose your insanity, yet gain an abyssal disease. You can feel your body slowly deteriorating. Hmm. One day. She kind of points at the portal. Your decision.
And the portal she's pointing at is this one, the one that my friends went through, right?
Yeah.
Um, kind of bowing down to her, I'll say, thank you, but this might be selfish, but is there any way I could bring at least one of them back from the grave? As I kind of point towards the pile of bodies on this side.
With a half-baked smile, she kind of just looks at you. Well, of course. However, uh, you have to, well, be brave first. She points back towards the portal. Your friends had the opportunity to do so, but they chose not to. So I gave them an ultimatum.
And with that, I'll just nod, heading over to the portal.
With that, the tentacles kind of just grab you and throw you inside of it. You just kind of feel just just stuck in a dark void. This is going to bring you. Give me a sec, because I forgot to toss you on the thingy right there, and this will bring us to this. And that is going to bring you into a very. The hell just happened? It's a very curious thing. Go ahead and roll initiative for me.
Okay. Um, my icon on my side is just see black and with an enlarged picture of me.
Okay. What about now?
Yeah, it's still the same way. I'll just refresh.
Yeah, please do. You actually rolled the highest, so you actually get to go first, which is
Oh,
interesting because, well, that actually helps me deal with the situation. Um, Let me know when you're refreshed, please.
I'm refreshed, but it's the same way.
What do you see specifically?
Just black.
Oh yeah, you're supposed to. You're in a pitch black maze. Do you note Lady Whitehaven beneath you?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Do you note that Lady Whitehaven's icon is beneath you, like she's
Yeah,
below?
I know.
Yeah, then you're fine. You could see her kind of just glare at you. She points. Your friends went north. However, well, and she just kind of looks over at you and raises her bony hand again with all her digits extended. You have 5 questions. Feel free to, well, ask me what you need. However, she slowly closes each one and then clenches her fist. Once they're gone, well, so am I. And she just kind of leans against nothingness. Um, at this point, you have your full movement and you can act.
Um, for my first question, I'll just ask, and how do we beat this puzzle? If you could at least allude to that.
Why, certainly. You finish the puzzle successfully when you pick up an earring I dropped accidentally while rushing around. Well, I can't tell you where it is, as I don't really remember. However, I can tell you that getting there and getting back is fairly easy once you're started. So simply grab that and I'll do the rest. I would come with you, but there are things here breathing, moving. I've seen them once, and I'll be honest, I have no need to see them again, for they are not my creation. My master has a, or master, my client has a rather sick sense of humor.
Nodding, I'll just ask, do you have a map of the place?
I'm afraid not.
Also nodding. Am I able to? Oh, I'm not able to see them. Okay. And looking back at her, in regards to casting, what will happen if I try to? Well, if you think I'm cheating.
Mm, There's no cheating involved here. She just kind of plays with her hand a bit. I couldn't imagine any way you could.
I see. I see. Hmm. Um, for my fourth question, you mentioned this is the portal to which my allies came through, yet I see nothing except you. Where are they?
She just kind of nods. Why, they're somewhere in this lovely maze.
And with her saying that, even with my dark vision, I'm still unable to see, right?
Correct, you're surrounded by a magical darkness.
And upon completing this puzzle, how will I reach you or contact you to hand back that earring?
The earring will do enough for you.
All right, I think that's 5 questions.
Hmm. 2 of them were very good. 3 of them were, well, You could see her like pointing to your north, and then kind of just pointing. Carry on. I'll be waiting.
Nodding. I'll just turn around and facing in front of me. Um, upon being teleported in this room, did I um get catch a glimpse of anything or just straight darkness instantly?
Dark. You can't see anything in front of you, side to side. You're literally just staring at blackness on every side of you.
As my ears begin to raise and pitch, am I able to detect any sound of breathing within any like vicinity of me as I make the best of, you know, familiarizing myself with my surroundings?
Yeah, from where you're at, you hear nothing.
Okay. Snapping my hand, how much does it echo? Or how much does the sound go through the maze?
Sorry about that. As you clap your hand, you can hear it kind of echo at least to your general vicinity, about 5 feet around you. You don't know any echo coming from your right, however, but all the other sides tend to kind of give you kind of feedback. You don't know any response to the echoing. That's fairly like surface as well. Like it stops pretty quickly. There's not much ambience to it, or not the acoustics. You know, I'm sorry, you're getting real digital.
Yeah, uh, you're cutting out there.
Doesn't connect.
Huh?
Oh, are you able to hear me?
I am now. Yeah.
Yeah, I was asking if you can repeat that. I'm losing connection.
Repeat what? Oh, the echoing thing. So you hear the sound. Let me make it easier. You hear an echoing coming from the northwest. Other than that, everything is kind of dead and silent. The acoustic of it, or at least the yeah, I can't think of the right wording. That's a shame. The echo is pretty shallow. It just kind of fades. You hear it come back slightly. This tells you you're in a fairly tight spot. You note from where you stand, you kind of feel that you're roughly in a space that's only about 5 feet. As you can feel a wall to your north and your east. You can now feel a wall to your south as well. It's almost like you're stuck in a cubicle.
I begin to feel around and jumping slightly. Is there anything blocking me from going upward?
Uh, from I'm confused. What do you mean?
Okay, so you said it's like I'm almost stuck in a cubicle, all right? Following the direction where I didn't receive the echo back or the feedback on my right side, I believe. Also trying to feel the walls, jumping slightly. Do I encounter anything or am I feel anything from that?
You you jump, you hit your head on the ceiling, or what you think is the ceiling, as it's hard enough to give you kind of a quick slam as you fall back down. You note the ceiling's about 5 feet above you.
Ouch. And heading rightward where I didn't receive the feedback. Do I trying to feel the wall? Do I encounter or do I feel anything that's out of the ordinary?
You just feel what seems like a fairly dense wall. It's not porous. It feels fairly smooth. You're not sure what material it is. You just know it's rather difficult. It's a fairly dense, hard wall. You're again not certain what the material is, as you can't really see it.
I clap again twice, this time to see if I get any strange echoes in my new direction. What happened?
So because of your kind of idling, your claps are going to be an action. So you'll have a bonus action to
Um,
move and left.
oh, okay.
So I'm going to do the claps as an action.
Yeah,
Nothing
that's fine.
happens that changed from before.
In that sense, I continue heading rightward and ever so shortly moving up along the wall. As I take out a dart, I kind of embed it in the floor to mark my initial position from where I left Lady Whitehaven.
Okay, so moving rightwards, you hit a wall.
Well, I'll just take out a dart and kind of place it or embed it in the floor, trying to pierce. I'm guessing stone, as I feel the
Uh,
texture.
so as you hit the ground with the dart, which I'm going to be a pal and give that as a bonus action, so now you can only
Um,
move. You note that nothing is pierced. You actually break and snap the dart. You don't, you can't tell what the floor is made out of. You can assume it's stone, but it's far smoother than any stone you're aware of.
okay, I'll just leave the dart remains there as like kind of marker, as I use the last of my movement heading straight left eastward. No, yeah, westward.
Okay,
Still feeling against the wall, just heading straight westward until I note an opening or no wall around me as I
okay.
fumble my way through the black darkness.
You also note you can't see the dart, by the way.
Oh well, I'm just fumbling through nothingness.
Okay. You could literally move you on your own.
Oh, my bad. So,
You just move your
uh,
movement.
okay, I hit a wall. Okay, it's cool. I hit another wall. Okay. Uh, yeah, I can't move.
You can.
Just
You're for some reason
oh,
you're dragging. Yeah. So I would use the arrow keys or WASD because those are
oh
far
yeah,
simpler.
because it
Because
says it's not my place. Well,
it says what? Oh yeah, you're right. Absolutely right. That's there you go.
okay. Oh yeah, I'll just continue moving. Wow. At this point, seeing a. Am I able to see that dim light, or is that around here? Do I know
Uh,
any change?
do you know anything there?
No, am I
Uh,
able to see that like sudden change in like you so it just me?
I don't know what you mean, but I'm gonna go with the no.
I'm sure to record using
And that is so that's your
yeah.
movement. You yeah, you actually don't know anything. So as you kind of come up, um, yeah, that's the end of your turn. That's all I got.
Okay.
This brings us to Yerm's turn. You note attacking or hitting what you hit last time didn't seem to do too much, didn't seem to give you quite a reaction. You kind of just stand there. You do hear kind of a labored breathing. You begin to start hearing shuffling of chainmail, both to your immediate south and your southwest. You start hearing shuffling to your south just more as, well, you just kind of stand there in the blankness of it all. What do you do?
Yo, Bennett, hand me that greater healing potion.
All hand greater heal.
How would you do that?
Both of our arms are
Or
at
wrapped
least
up? I know that.
yeah.
I guess make a dex check. Your
What I need to dex check, he's just handing it to me. I'm not like trying to throw it or anything.
yeah, but you'd have to find his hand. So the dex check is: do you find his hand or do you slap the potion to the ground?
Check.
Yeah, so you successfully grab the potion. Notably enough, as you do this, you kind of hear like a lumbering sound. You're not really sure what it is, but it's coming from the north.
Okay, what does lumbering sound like?
Lumbering means slow, or yeah, it's just slow, rhythmically slow.
Okay.
So it's just kind of a dull like do do, but you can hear it
Uh,
slowly coming towards you.
alright, so upon getting it successfully, I'm gonna drink it. What do I roll for greater healing?
4d4 plus 4.
44 plus 4.
That restores 13 health. So you're at 17 hit points. Uh, so as you do this, again, you don't know anything in particular.
Okay, and you said I hear sounds coming from the south, southwest, and north.
Yes.
Okay. Um. Uh, I'm going to go kind of just like move to like the nearest wall, and I'm going to just take my short bow and just kind of like shoot a bolt down the hall, hoping to hit something.
Which hall? I'm sorry. What direction?
Should be north.
So above you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Mhm. So as you fire north, you can hear a very quick as you can feel your bolt just bounce off whatever's in front of you and hit you pretty much in the chest. You note the wall to the north is literally 5 feet away from you, and it doesn't seem like it goes very much after that.
Okay. Just taking my bow again. I'm just gonna shoot in the to the south this time.
Okay. Okay. Roll damage for me. So as your arrow fires, you can just hear just instantly, "Doof," and you're hit in the face with your
I
bolt.
hit myself.
You hit yourself. Yes, it bounced off the wall directly south of you and hit you in the face. Luckily, you only take half the damage. Your health is now at 14. It tells you immediately there's a wall directly in front of you that you probably could have just reached out and touched instead of shooting something at. Uh, with this sound, notably enough, you're immediately kind of hit by something. Or maybe not, I don't know.
Yeah, that hits.
You're definitely hit by something. You kind of hear, you just feel something kind of quickly graze and slash into you. This cuts fairly deep for where you're at. You're reduced back to 4 health as you quickly note that something from the southwest just kind of, it just felt like something pierced you very quickly. You can hear after the of the whatever it was. You note whatever's to the southwest may not be able to see you, but certainly was able to figure out where you were.
Just to be clear, Bennett can also hear this.
Yes, Bennett could hear this as well.
Okay, so kind of just feeling that hit me. I'm just gonna move back slightly to the just kind of like back to the wall ish.
Okay.
Uh, and hoping that kind of just can't figure out where I am in the shadows and just pass turn.
Okay. With this, this brings us to Bennett's turn. You know that the sound coming directly from your southeast, kind of flailing out. However, you're not sure what's going on because you can't actually see Yerm or any of that other stuff. That said, based on the movement, um, you have severed your ties with Yerm unless you choose to kind of, I guess, note and move directly with him with the scarf. That's up to you, but you're gonna have to like let me know now.
I'll do.
You're gonna move directly with him.
Yeah, keeping 5 feet between scarf.
So that would note you moving here, and you as well feel something just rapidly attack you. You are kind of scraped on the side. You kind of feel just this weird. It feels something just hard and sharp, and it just kind of pokes you. You also hear kind of a kind of something ramping, as if whatever has attacked you in Yerm specifically knows it has attacked you in Yerm.
All right. I got scratched from which direction?
Southwest.
Okay. Um, I guess with that happening, I'm going to grip my staff, I guess, and I'm going to. So, as I grip my staff, I'm going to, I guess, just turn towards where I got that scratch on my body, southwest, and I'm going to tighten my grip on the staff, making it kind of buzz with electric energy. I'm going to swing my staff in that direction with casting shocking grasp on it.
Okay.
17.
So you managed to swing and contact something. You're still not sure what it is.
And I have to. Selected to put actual.
Mm.
So 7 damage altogether.
All right. You kind of hear the chingle of something, and then just a. It's pretty low sounding. You don't know anything. You don't really have any information outside of locations. You don't really know what else is happening. Basically, you have the rest of your. Well, you don't technically have the rest of your movement, but you do have the rest of your movement.
Alright. So I hit to the southwest, you said? So it would be like right.
Mhm.
Some. So with that, it confirmed. I'm going to throw both hands together and form them into a cone, fingers interlocked, and release the fingers of it as I use quicken spell. Sorcery to cast Burning Hand. This. So right here. Cast it southwest a bit. There.
Uh, that's not southwest. I mean, it is southwest if you'd like it to be.
Uh,
Southwest would be that. Let's see. I'm going to do some stuff. Oh. So you hit something. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, fire damage.
Mm. So as the flame kind of goes up, you don't actually see it at all because it's completely invisible. As the darkness just kind of eats anything you do, you can hear a sound and then silence as you hear kind of to your southwest, and then it repeats, and then just dead silence.
Um. All right. So I'm gonna, I guess, noting that, I'm gonna kind of use the scarf to grab Yerm's arm and I guess pull him in and just whisper, I'm gonna go back in the room we came from. I'm gonna see if I can try to figure out how many there are, or at least try to burn what's left. Oh, just get ready to jump out the way when
Gotcha.
with that, I'm going to untie the scarf from around my left arm, and I'm going to take a step backwards, kind of like kneeling a bit, and turn at the way, waiting. Not sure if you're moving them silently, see or.
Muted. So as you kneel there, you can feel something just very cold hit the top of your head. As this object's on your head, you can feel it move slightly. To the best of your intentions, you imagine it's a large hand that's able to palm the top of your head. As it moves and touches you, it just kind of springs back, and then immediately you just kind of feel something um, go towards you.
Private.
Yeah, I'll reveal it to you. And yeah, I'll just reveal things. That's the damage. You're struck across the mask with just something that you're sure is a blade of some sort. As the mask kind of slices, and you feel it like just grind against your skin. As this occurs, you kind of just hear just a weird like sound of just shifting, metal shifting. Um, as this like metal shifts, you kind of just hear silence. With this, you can hear, and you're immediately, or at least you feel something strike again at you. However, you note kind of as something clinks directly to the ground. You can't see anything, but you can hear that clink, and it distinguishes the fact that whatever is striking at you is made from metal. As this occurs, you kind of note just a and then just nothingness. The sound just fades. This brings us to Khan's turn.
Um, was I able to hear any of that, or
You were able to hear all of those exchanges, yes. You note very distinctly, based on the sound of voices, that Bennett is more or less 10 feet away from you to your east. you also note the metal sound and everything else.
And did that sound come south of me, or is it still eastward?
Everything was eastward.
Okay. Calling, whispering in front of me, I'm just gonna say, Bennett, is that you? Um,
Bennett, yeah, Bennett doesn't reply. I guess let's go with that.
Probably not, I'll say to myself. With my hand firming, I put my hand to my head. I just say to myself, think, one day, find the earrings. Don't lose focus, face your fear. And with that, um, well, you can't really see into this, but you would imagine that Khan is attempting to become one with the nothing, as he says himself. Remembering its training and everything, there's nothing, and nothing, there's everything. Chanting that, repeating that chant in his head multiple times as I attempt to stealth. Noting that there are many noises eastward, I choose to
Cool. So
stick ahead of them. Hmm?
you can't stealth. You're in magical
I can't
darkness.
stealth?
Nothing can see.
Oh,
Yeah, you are stealthed. Everybody's stealthed.
oh, then cool. As I lightly rush forward, I take another twig or another um, dart and kind of break it, planting it on the ground as a marker as I head forward.
Okay. So as you
Um,
oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
oh, my bad, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I didn't really have anything. I was just going to say, do I say anything or do I bump into anybody?
Yeah, I was gonna say as you do that, you pretty much shoulder rush into someone, knocking them kind of forward a bit. This would be Bennett, who is not very pleased that from behind he just got hit by something.
Um, uh, hmm, apologies, whoever that was. I mean no harm. I'm in a rush. Could you move?
Come on, shut up and
Okay.
stay low.
You see, I was blessed with that ability, stay low. But I get you. I heard the noise as well. Um, Noting that, was I able to hear or could I discern how many of them there were based on the sounds, or was it just a collective
No, you
clanking?
couldn't. It was just it just sounded like the same thing was making noises over and over. It either means there's one thing, or there's two things, or there's 3,000 things. You're not really sure. You just know something made a noise and attacked Bennett based on the sounds that you're starting to piece together.
Looking at, or not looking, we're kind of calling out to Bennett. Is it just you here, or are there others?
Me, Yarm, and from what I could tell, two or more.
Okay. Hmm, well, if there's more of them and I can't really do anything, okay, I'm going to cast Oral. Madam Whitehaven said there's no cheating, or there's no way I can cheat, so I'm going to cast Silence on this whole entire area to make this little, scavenger hunt a bit quicker. What do you think?
In the only sense they have, we'd also be at a disadvantage. We can't hear anything. That's the only way we were able to tell where they're from, or where they're coming from. Would be as just as much of a disadvantage as that they are. Back to square one.
100%.
Well, I was, sorry.
Oh no, I was gonna say, I'm just agreeing like 100%. I thought it was muted. My bad.
Ah,
Yeah.
well, I'm saying, well, high risk, high reward. Um, Being so, how are you and Urim able to stay, I guess, unlost? Is there like a chain or something? As I say chain, I remember the chain I had. Grabbing my right shoulder, do I know a chain on me?
Grabbing your right shoulder. Do you know there's a chain on you?
Or not grabbing, or feeling my right shoulder. Do I know like my chain? Is it still there or is it gone? from what I remember, I slinged it over my right shoulder. I'm just
When was this exactly?
the chain purchase or me
No, like
having
you having it slung over your shoulder. Like when was this like established?
um
Because
after
I have no idea what you're talking about.
way far back when we got ambushed by or well, when the I got tracked by the skeleton and stuff like that. I used it on the skeleton and I picked it up again. I slinged it over my right shoulder. It was covered in blood. And
Then you
never
answered
took it
your own question.
off. Cool. All right. Um, Bennett, you want to hold on to this chain as we, I guess, try to go forward, or you want to make this a solo effort?
We had a system like that. I was using Yerm's scarf, but right now we're in a bad situation. We can't exactly be tailed together, or else they'll have an easier target.
All
Now
right.
we're gonna have to wait.
Okay. Do you mind moving though?
You can tell which way I move. Sure.
Well, anyway, it's fine. I just bumped into you. As I saying that, I attempt to move forward again, slightly moving Bennett as well. So I'm guessing he's moving.
I wouldn't know.
I'll just slink off to my left. Like, I guess leaving as much room as I can.
You mean you're right? Because he's left of you.
Oh, okay, I could not see him.
Oh yeah, you bump into him again. So I'm just gonna move you towards Yerm, who again, and if you're moving 5 feet, then yeah, you've entered this area here.
Feeling the walls around me. Do I know any passageways southward?
You note that the passage directly south of you is open. There's no wall there.
Cool. Let's bring back to Bennett. I'll just say, well, I'm gonna head down. I'll see you there. As I head southward. Oop, collides with the wall. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I'll just keep heading southward. Um, with this, was breaking that dart an action or
It was not an action. I'm not gonna play it as an action. You note
okay,
as you try to continue south, you hit a wall though. You also
cool.
note the sound of heavy breathing both to your left and right.
Also cool. Um, both to my left and to my right. I'll just 5 foot wall. That's my left. Retracting my steps, I kind of move backwards just a bit.
With this, you hear the sound of things shooting towards you. Two things. You quickly kind of just throw yourself out of the way enough, at least, to slam your head into the wall and note that that was uncomfortable. With that, you notice the sounds of just clinging metal sounds. You hear them slowly getting closer, but you can't really see or feel anything around you. You just note that there's something tapping that's metal now directly to the south of you, just constantly clink, 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 over and over again. Both Yerm and Bennett
Draw-
hear this as well.
Drawing out my silvered short sword. You said I felt breathing to my left and my right, right? Correct?
Yeah.
All right. I placing my hand on the or placing my left hand on the ground with my the blade in my right as like a pouncing position. You've noticed that well, Khan envelops his right hand in shadows as whatever the thing in front of him is that just tried to attack him. He assumes he will slash directly in front if he notices the breathings or those same heavy breathings within 5 feet of him. Because I'll just end my turn there.
So you're for a reaction, you're going to attack south if something. I'm confused. You said
No, so you mentioned that there was two breathings, or I noticed two breaths to left and right of me, right? And then you said I heard clinking, clacking coming towards me,
okay.
and I managed to dodge out of way of something. So to my reaction to that, I just put my left hand on the ground, like sort of like pouncing position, and in response to that, if I notice any clinking, clacking, or the same breathing that I felt in my immediate forward direction, right here, I'll just slash since I'm not able to see or feel anything.
Okay. That ends your turn then. This brings us to Yerm. You are in pitch blackness. Yeah. You did hear the slashing and the sound of Khan's voice, however. Other than that, blackness.
Okay, Bennett, how far does that? I'm gonna whisper to Bennett. How far, like, how much space does he need for his spell to go off? So I have an estimate of where to actually get back to.
How big 15-foot cone is?
Yeah, give or take. Yeah.
Wherever I get hit from, I'm gonna try to Hail Mary it. Be able to hit something, but big of a risk.
How many got all that? Was actually kind of in hearing distance.
I mean, you wouldn't know unless you asked them.
Yokon, you heard all that?
You do.
I'm sorry, could you? The last thing that you said kind of bluffed out or blurred out. What did you say? Yerm, I think.
Spell. Get ready to jump back. He's gonna make it in about a 15-foot cone. So we have to get out of that area, so to say, so to speak.
Understood.
Now, did you hit anything when you were swinging that sword of yours?
I almost got hit. There appears to be two down there, or two things down there, clinking. I'm guessing armor.
Can you guess how far?
When I heard the breathing, how far could I note that it was from me? Was it? Did I know that was fairly close, like breathing wise, or was I still unable
Felt their
to tell?
breath on your face.
I see.
Mm.
Fairly close. Close enough to have a shave. I'll say back to your.
Um, kind of moving. Can I move? Yeah, I'm gonna move slightly to the left of me and try to just aim for the darkness, kind of where Khan's, like, kind of diagonally, kind of like past Khan to like where the thing was that hit him.
Okay. All right. Let me see. You certainly hit. And with that, you hear a quick as the or the arrow hits you directly in the side of your cheek. Again, this time slicing it open. You fall kind of back as you knock yourself unconscious with an arrow. With this, you all hear kind of as Yerm hits the ground of his own accord. Um, with this sound, you can hear kind of a shuffling coming from the north and the south now, almost a frenzying, as if something is being stirred by the fact that he is now slumped over on the side of a wall. This ends Yerm's turn. And yeah, I'll deal with the. So this brings us to Bennett's turn. Hearing kind of the flump and then the sounds coming from the north and south, you only imagine something happened.
Uh, um. Well, I guess hearing that sound, which direction from me did I hear that massive like lumping over?
It was to your northwest.
It's gonna move over in that direction.
Yeah, you go ahead and roll a dex save for me. Mm. Lovely. As you kick into what you imagine is Yurm's body at this point, you kind of fly over him and almost like hit the ground in a wall, but you kind of stop yourself. You note that as you kind of turn and feel your way down, you can feel Yurm's body and not so much blood or anything of the sort, but just kind of him barely breathing. It seems he's been a bit reckless.
So with so I guess with that happening, I'm going to I guess just try to hey, so I guess I'll like
Oh, hearing Bennett kind of fumble, I'll just say, I have 50 foot of rope. Could solve our problems, but continue.
um I guess putting my ears back into the air, where do I hear like the noises coming from? I guess in my vicinity.
You just note that there's sound coming, not so much from the straight north anymore, but to the northeast. There seems to be a gurgling and a kind of a again a lumbering kind of sound. At your distance, it sounds like steps almost, or just something walking towards you.
So I hear someone walking towards me from this direction.
No, that would be that's the northeast, northwest.
Oh,
If
okay.
I said northeast, my bad.
Um, I'm gonna, I guess, look over to where I last heard Khan's voice, and I'll go try to see if you can find the passage you took to get here. Same hallway. I'll see if I can drag Yerm. They all collide in this room. I'll nuke him.
Responding back, I left some broken darts as kind of markings. If you come, upon one, you're heading in the right direction.
And with that, I'm gonna try to wake up Yerm.
Okay, but now I need to explain. I need you to tell me how you're going to do that in the dark.
So, so right now he's unconscious, right?
Yep.
Or I'll reach into my bag. Do I feel anything? Any like? Oh fuck it! I'll just say the fucking name. So I'm gonna look in my bag and I'm going to take out a flask of holy water. If I remember right from the Amber Temple or these surroundings, the flask should be frozen, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just gonna feel around his face and just taking the frozen flask of holy water, I'm going to press it up to his ear to see if I can get some kind of a reaction or like a sudden like jolt. Basically, I'm gonna see if like something cold will get him to jolt and wake up, like pouring cold water on someone's face.
Well, roll a medicine check.
13.
Okay. With that, you know, or at least Urim notes kind of springing up. This kind of knocks you back a little bit, but he just kind of pops up again, just kind of looking around, very not sure of what's going on. Um, but I guess no worse for wear. Urim still laying on the ground. You note feeling around. You can feel an arrow next to you. And that would be, yep, you could continue your turn.
So really quick, I guess I'm gonna like feel around for like Yerm's face or at least the front of it, and just pull it towards me and then go south. Go south. Now, a bunch of them are colliding, and if they all get into one room, I could try to nuke them. I already told Khan about this. Go. As I'll just
And over.
like, I guess pull him off in that direction.
Okay.
With that, I'm going to. Shuffle my way down to the hallway. Or at least what I can assume is a hallway. Putting my arms out. Is it a hallway?
Yeah, so it's definitely a hallway. On the downside, as you move past and you note moving past Khan, I guess, um, as you slide down towards the hallway, you note just kind of a heavy presence around you. You slam into something north and south of you, and they slam back. Very quickly, you note just two things just quickly jabbing towards you.
I guess out of instinct, like feeling something flying towards me, I'm just gonna crouch down, put both my arms crossing each other. I cast shield for at least one of them. So my AC right now is a 20, not 20. At least doesn't.
So, sorry about that. So, as you kind of are feeling stuck there, you note these kind of long things kind of pushing up against you. You can hear just coming from both north and south of you. You can hear another coming from the east of you to the northeast. This immediately sets up a panic as you know you can't move anymore. You're kind of stuck for some reason, and that's going to end your turn. With this, you can hear a shuffling around you. So with this, you hear just kind of a loud shuffling around you. Um, what the fuck? Yeah, from the darkness. Again, you kind of just hear kind of a. You don't. You know it's the exact same sound, but you hear a clink coming from the north of you. You're not really sure what happened, but you can only imagine that whatever is out there completely just tried to hit you and missed. You hear another clink, this time less so, as it just kind of fires itself out.
Would this clink set off my reaction?
It would not know.
Okay.
I mean, technically it would, so you can go ahead and do the reaction, but it's going to be on nothing. It doesn't hit anything. So there you go.
Then, yeah.
Uh, you just kind of swing wildly and nothing happens. With this, you immediately feel kind of another. Yeah, I'm gonna disable until something else. Oh no, actually, yeah. So as this happens, that's gonna be a nothing there. Nope, that's gonna be a shifting. So Khan notes kind of a shifting sound to his south. Now you can react. I'm sorry. Go ahead and react now.
Oh, okay. Um, yeah, as I just kind of swing towards it, I'm just gonna say, "Was it you that tried to hit me?" As the blade swings through the inconceivable darkness. The, 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 is it disadvantage or?
So I'm not making you do disadvantage because if I did, you'd both be dead right now. Just so we're
Okay.
aware. Eh. So yeah, just roll your roll.
23
Coolio.
to.
So you certainly hit something as your sword kind of impacts. Did you roll something that rolled off the table?
Oh, that's the damage.
I can't see the damage, so that's why I'm asking.
Oh, it's 11 piercing.
It's weird.
Maybe.
It didn't show up on my screen. It's 11,
Oh,
you
does
said?
anybody else see it? Yeah, does anybody else see it?
Yeah, I see.
Super weird. I have an 11 up here, so you kind of hear "Ah!" sound. Um, and as you kind of pull your blade back, you can hear kind of a which indicates for you that something you hit is certainly expending some type of moisture. You're not sure if it's blood or what, but you certainly made an impact with your hit. You kind of hear something just squeal from nothingness as it passes you right by your head. You can almost hear just passing your ear this sound as it's pulled back. With this, you just kind of hear a. Okay, that is my cat hitting the ground. Good job, Zave. Good job. And with that, you can hear kind of another sound. This time coming from the opposite direction of you. It kind of passes by your ear and then nothingness. And with that, you're going to come here 5, 10, 15, 20. With that to the north, Yerm, you can feel something just hit you in the side of your head and then pull back. And then again, you even hear a swooping sound as well. You can feel something hit you directly in your chest and you just fade away. Yerm's been knocked unconscious again. This time, well, no, next time. With that, actually, let me just, what is this number? 414? I didn't do that. Let me just really quickly update you. You can be 4, because, yeah, that'll work. With that, this brings us to Khan's turn. You hear noise all around you to the south. You also note that Bennett passed you towards the south. You're not 100% sure on what's going on, but as you kind of just start feeling around, you can hear and feel something pretty much directly south of you. You also know that a loud stabbing and kind of a grunt from the north of you to the northwest. This gives you indication that that's probably where Yerm was. You feel the walls closing in on you.
Going back to Bennett. Where's Yerm? Did you leave him behind? Is he okay? Um, um, just, I'll just say, let's work our way back up. Let's recover Yerm, then we can find these earrings. Then I'll just come to you. Do I know any breathing directly in front of me? Or just
Are
around?
you moving? Are you moving?
Oh, no, I'm asking if I know any breathing directly like in front of me right here.
I mean, you hear breathing all around you at this point.
Oh, is it like close, or just in my
Yeah,
vicinity?
it's incredibly close.
Um, just kind of saying it to myself or out aloud quietly. Do any of you speak common? Those who are surrounding me. Do I get any response?
Mhm. Sorry, Kowalski just text messaged me. What?
No, I asked, or I said, does anyone speak common for those who are surrounding? So if people surrounding me, I just asked if they're speaking common, if they can
You're
understand
asking
common.
everybody else. Okay, I thought you were asking me.
No, no, I'm asking the things surrounding me or the breathing surrounding me. And with no response, I'll just take out my short sword and kind of remembering back to the earrings. Did I note feeling anything while I was walking, aimlessly through this maze?
Sorry, did you know what?
Did I note anything like feeling wise with like my feet? Like, did it come across anything while I was walking through the maze? Like
No.
any? Okay. And with that, I'll just say, "Stay there a minute." As I swing, or as I launch myself, or launch a straight flash of thrust directly in front of me to try to get closer to Bennett's voice as possible.
Okay.
Reeling my hand back to attack the one directly to the right of me, or the breathing directly to the right of me as well. Please get out of my way. I'll just say.
So this attack is to the right of you?
Okay, so the nat 20 is to the right of me. The
Okay.
21 is towards Bennett's voice to the south of
Okay,
me.
so roll damage on the 21. The 29 doesn't hit anything.
Okay.
Okay, so as you kind of just throw your short sword forward, you can hear sound and just Bennett, you also hear this coming from your northwest. As this is happening, you can just hear chingling and metal sounds. There's nothing really else. You could hear kind of something from your west going, and you can hear kind of a lumbering movement forward.
Continuing on, I'll just walking forward. I two punches, um, saying to myself, I don't necessarily need my eyes. I can pick up your breath, or the sense of you, at least, as I just strike twice in front of me towards Bennett's direction or voice where I heard the breathing. With two unarmed strikes. That's that. And that's that.
You hear just a quick as you hit nothing but air in front of you.
Well, maybe I may need my eyes. Can I note any breathing as I attempt to take another step forward?
You hear breathing all around you at this point.
um, I I call out to Bennett and kind of say, again, don't worry, I'll just stay right there. As I pushing my feet enveloped with shadows, I charge directly in front of me, hoping whatever is in front of me gets knocked down as I kind of charge forward with my movement. Yep.
As you charge forward with your movement, you're thrown into the wall behind you, and you fall prone. Whatever you hit was incredibly heavy and large. You can hear it as it just goes. You can hear from both sides of you and from the southwest and east of you. Bennett, you note that from the north of you. Whatever you just heard is incredibly violent as you kind of hear a slamming of whatever large metal things you've been getting hit by, just clinking into the ground. You note that you being prone is probably a terrible idea as your turn ends. Uh, Go ahead and roll Death Save 1 for me, Jeremiah. Oof. Next, this brings us to Bennett's turn. You feel whatever is lumbering to the south of you. As you kind of place your arm back, it just kind of hits it. Just kind of in this darkness, as you move your arm and kind of come back, you note that what you felt or heard before, I'm sorry, with the chinking, seems to be some type of metal thing covering whatever this thing is in front of you. Do you inspect more with your hand or do you pull it away?
Uh, wait. You said I put my hand out, someone was in front. It was
Behind you,
behind me.
to the south, yeah.
So as I put my hand out, it swung at my hand?
No, it didn't at all. You're literally just feeling its chest at this point.
So really quick, Do I hear breathing, like clear breathing to my south, or any noise besides the chinking?
Yeah, you hear breathing to your north and your south. You can also feel it. It's not warm. It's rather cold, actually.
Alright. Fuck me then. No, I don't choose to investigate further.
Okay.
Uh,
You kind of pull your hand back, and as you do that, you can hear to your south just a gurgling, just a and you kind of hear a slamming of metal against the wall to your southeast.
um, so I guess hearing that noise, um, I'm gonna hold my staff in my hands and again tighten my grip as it starts to buzz with electrical energy. This time, swinging it in a arc, but I'm gonna try to make the attempt to swing here where I heard the sound and try to swing here if my staff will go through that far. Better.
Yeah, your staff would hit in a singular 5 foot thing. It doesn't sweep.
I'll take a swing at what's in front of me. Use shocking grasp.
Yep.
Said it sounded like metal, right?
Uh,
Felt like metal.
yeah, it sound or at least the sound and what you felt kind of matched the idea of ring mill or chain mill.
Okay. Wow. Impeccable.
Yes. Why do you have advantage?
It's just from the shock and grasp. If I'm aiming at a target that's wearing armor made of metal, I have advantage.
But you're in pitch blackness, so not giving you disadvantage would neutralize. Yeah, I'll allow it. You don't hit anything, but okay. You just kind of swing and just hit the wall with a clink. You kind of hear a roar.
I guess finding that, um, I'm gonna kind of kneel and press myself up against the wall here. And I'll shove my hand into my pocket. Do this. And I'll take out I guess like a fork or a spoon, more accurately. And I'll throw the spoon over here in that direction to just make a sound against the wall. So I guess I'll use my bonus to just do that.
So that's definitely not a bonus action. Um, Also, where did you get a spoon from?
In the bag of holding, apparently someone had a mess kit on them.
That makes sense. I guess I'll allow it. It doesn't really deter anything. You guys are fudging up your actions a lot, though. I'm just letting everybody know. Like, there's a lot of things that aren't bonus actions that seem to be bonus actions.
Uh, Trying to see if I could like throw the spoon to draw their attention in that direction. I don't know.
I mean, you definitely could throw the spoon. The effects it has, I don't know yet.
So I guess I'll throw the spoon in that direction, trying to cause a bit of a clank, like a loud enough noise that it echoes.
Okay. So as you throw the spoon towards that direction, you certainly hear a clank, but it doesn't echo. You hear a clank, and then you just hear. You note directly to your northwest. That gives you an indication that there is definitely something standing there that wasn't very pleased by that.
Ugh. Uh, so I guess with that, I'll just keep pressed up to the wall, kneeling low, try to just reduce the amount of space I take up, and gonna end my turn.
Okay. With that, the thing you attacked just immediately stabs just above you. You hear, think, as it hits the wall, uh, probably about maybe 3 inches above your head. You just hear. Let's see. From the south of you, you can feel something slap into you and then stop. You can feel something just kind of thrust straight down upon you. However, we're not sure if it did anything yet. Let's find out. Uh, what is your shielded AC?
Flat 20.
Yeah, that's rough. Or maybe not. With that, you can feel kind of a slashing at your mask again, going down the side of your left kind of cheek, and then hits the ground just like ping, and then you can feel the wind as something lifts wildly back up. Not sure if it hit or not. With that, you could hear kind of a shuffling to your south. Something seems to have, or at least you can't really hear anything from the south anymore. With that, who was the? This was, yeah, this was okay. Um, that's a nothing. You hear a shuffling to your northwest. You hear another sound going right above you from your north, um, about 2 inches, as you just hear to the north, and then nothingness. With this, yeah, that's also a nothingness. We go back to Khan's turn. You can hear shuffling all to the south of you, but notably enough, you don't note much going on to the north of you anymore. It seems silent. You find yourself kind of laying there in the darkness, looking around at nothing but black. Your eyes starting to play tricks on you. You notice eyes everywhere you look. What do you do?
Um, just kind of grasping at my feet, I stand up and being sure I'm raising my hand, standing on my tippy toes. Am I able to touch the ceiling? Just to check if it's still 5 feet.
So you're not the prone, and yeah. So on your toes, lifting up, you can feel about 5 feet of space.
Um, do I know any? You said I don't know any more breathing towards the north of me, but what about the south of me? Like around here?
You note just kind of the same sounds that Bennett heard, the swishing and the clanking and the grunting and whatnot.
Um, calling out to Ben, I'm just gonna say, "Hey, I'm gonna go get your grab onto this rope, would you?" As I take out 50 feet of rope and waiting for Bennett to respond before I attempt to throw it towards him, I guess.
Or
Are you
anything.
even? I'm sorry, what?
You don't hear anything in response.
Ah, oh, damn. No, I guess not then. Um, remembering where I heard your is it still northwest?
Rhythm, what happened, my boy? Um, Remembering where you heard Urim, where do you remember hearing Urim?
Oh, and I heard Urim. Heard the sound of grunting that I assumed was Urim because it's still northwest.
You heard the sound where you heard it.
Okay, and seeing as that I'm putting or shadows erupting from his feet as an action, I just begin to dash or walk fastly, feeling in front of me towards that direction. I'll be right back as I um break a dart and plants it directly behind me.
My atmosphere. So this is
Um,
at
so
move
do I know any
15,
breathing?
25. You should be here. And then you have to take
Oh,
your movement. There it is. You don't note anything but silence at this point.
I'm just calling out, "Hey, Yoram, could you give me a sign?"
You
I
don't
don't know what.
notice. Yeah, you don't notice any signs.
Um, yeah. I'll just head back up. Feel shadows erupting from my feet from dash.
Okay, cool. Technically you can't because you're out of movement speed. Do you have any actions you want to take?
Oh, my action was to dash.
You can't take a dash action after using all
Oh,
your movement. You don't have any movement because it doubles
no,
your
no,
movement.
no, I
Like,
said that before, like prior. I said shadows erupting from my feet as I take the dash action to head towards Yoram.
oh, that's different. Okay, that means you still have 25
I
feet
get
of
some
movement.
more. Oh, okay. And you said I still don't hear anything or get any response.
No, you just
Uh,
hear silence at this point. All the breathing and everything just ends.
what about the big grunting noise that I noted northward? Is it
Yeah, you also
still,
you don't hear anything northward.
um, I guess feeling around, I'll still head wall, another wall. Yeah, I'll just head. What the? Okay, I'll just head, continue heading forward. Okay.
Oh, so that was the end of your movement there.
Oh wow.
Yep, because you
Okay.
kind of you kind of went in a circle.
Oh, that is great.
Mhm.
Um, I guess using my rope in hand, I braid it into a short lasso as I fling it or toss it around me in attempts to identify kind of like a cane from a blind man of things around me. First swinging in this direction, and then retrieving it, swinging in this direction, and so on and so forth. Can I note anything?
So swinging it around, you start hitting walls everywhere. That just kind of knocks the rope to the ground. The only time that didn't happen is swinging it directly to your east. It flung out and then kind of hit something and then stopped. Other than that, every other direction you flung it just hit a wall very quickly. You also note you're standing on a broken dart, or at least what you think is one.
Oh, okay. Well, that's perfectly fine. All right, and I'm out of action. And all right. With that, I guess I'll just end my turn heading in this direction where I noted that the body was, or not the body, but something was there.
Okay. Yerm, go ahead and make your second death save. Aha. 1 for 1. And that brings us to Bennett's turn. You hear heavy breathing to your north and your northeast. You hear nothing from the south at this point. You kind of hear a weird gurgling in the south. You're not really sure what it is. It seems fairly far away. At this point, you're a bit on edge because of that.
I just realized I was muted. So the gurgling noise, it sounded like it was walking away or
No,
getting
it just
farther.
sounded farther away.
Uh, So I guess keeping to the wall and kind of shuffling a bit over, does it, how am I able to tell how far away it sounds? Or am I unable to do that?
Sorry, repeat that real quick.
Am I able to tell how far away the gurgling sound is, or am I unable to like pinpoint
It's
or try to figure that out?
so your sense of distance is kind of fuzzy. You can tell it's not 5 feet away at least. You're not sure how far it is, but it's longer, or at least it's more distant than 5 feet at least. You don't know anything directly south of you.
So I guess with that, I'm going to in the area like north and northeast are I still hear breathing, like it's still blocked off.
You do, yes.
All right, I'll move down that 5 feet, kind of keeping myself low and trying to make no noise. So
As you do this directly to the south of you, you can hear the gurgling just right above you.
okay, I'm sorry if I'm like having to elaborate a lot, but directly above me, as in like straight up, or just in front of me, but because I'm
Yeah,
kneeling,
just
it's
just above you. Like it's not straight up. That would be real weird.
okay. I can't see jack shit, so I'm like trying to figure this out. Uh, so I guess uh, putting my hands to my, I guess my west, like kind of slowly expanding my hand out ever so slightly. Do I feel a wall, or do I feel anything?
The west, specifically,
Yeah.
you feel, yeah, you definitely feel a wall.
Uh, to my east, do I feel anything?
You also feel a wall.
All right. Straight up hallway. Uh, all right. I'm about to get full like funky with stuff because I'm trying to see if I can reason this out because it sounds bizarre as shit in my head. Uh, so the last time I got hit from the south, was I able to tell like a specific angle where the spear came at me from? Like,
The angle of which the spear came at you from in terms of which spear and when.
so like I remember I was up against the wall. I'm not sure which hand did it, but one of the, I think it was the hand from the south that kind of slapped me in the face and then tried to like strike me with a spear. Said it cut my mask. Am it, yeah. Am I able to like tell, or at least from like explaining this? So my back was against the wall. Basically, which side of my mask got cut?
Your left. Oh, I'm sorry. Back hand, so right.
My right side. All right. Oh. Moving on. Uh. Fuck. I am in So the gurgling is right in front of me, correct?
Yep.
All right, cool. Um, can I hear anything past the gurgling or anything like that that goes with the gurgling in this
No,
direction?
you just hear that sound just kind of directly in front of you. There's nothing else.
All right. Uh, guess I'm gonna just keep low and I okay, this is more fucking the gurgling when it was getting farther away, did it seem like did the gurgling seem like it just turned around, like the source of it just kind of turned around and I heard it, or did it seem like it was actually just backing up and the gurgling was still facing me towards me?
You wouldn't be able to discern that. You just heard this thing getting quieter as it moved south.
Uh, I guess I'll just stay silent and just, I guess, tail the sound, trying to just keep low and trying not to be hit.
Okay. If that ends your turn, does that end your turn?
Uh, yeah, that ends my turn.
Okay. With that, we are going outside to the wonderful snowy lands of Snowland. And we're going to do this really quickly because I'm going to do it really quickly. We, 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 we.
It's
Uh,
fucking dark here.
Notably enough, or noting you now stand in front of Lady Whitehaven with a just a strange kind of happening going on to both your left, right, and your southwest and southeast. Lady Whitehaven sitting in a bone throne, just made of different human and humanoid remains, just kind of stares at you, Jotun. She kind of flicks her finger back and forth, just slowly going tick tock, tick tock. As she kind of waves her hand over, she points out uh, to your well, your west. You see your friend still clawing, trying to solve everything I brought them. And to your right, your east, you see those who were a bit too hasty. So, uh, uh, she just kind of stares off. This is actually quite boring. Uh, the portal to the right, she points to her left. Your right. That's where the remainder of your friends are. You can always join them and help if you'd like, or stay out here with me and, well, enjoy the weather. Your choice. She just kind of waves towards the portal and waits.
Hold on. Okay. Well, considering our deal, I don't think I'm obligated to help them, am I really?
She nods. Quite right. You could leave them in there. I wonder what will happen if you don't help them.
Wouldn't that be interesting?
Hmm.
Oh, I'm full health. Okay. I suppose it does get boring on the sidelines as I kind of walk towards the portal.
I think you'll prove to be interesting. With that, you're getting sucked directly into. Is this it? Is this the right one? No, that's the wrong one. Holy crap, that's crazy how that works.
Which
Uh,
portal did they go into? Did I go in the wrong one?
no, you didn't. I'm just like, that was me. You can't go in the wrong one. That's not how it works. You note yourself just right in front of Lady Whitehaven in just pure darkness. Her to your south, she just kind of looks on. Your friends are north. Do as you may. I imagine they can use you. With that, go ahead
What
and
is
roll initiative. Actually, don't roll initiative because your initiative is going to just be rolled by me, and then it's going to be. Uh, what is your initiative now? Your initiative is going to be 21? 21. And that puts you. That is incorrect. That is not your initiative. That's your health points. How much health do you have? No, that's your display name. Jotun. Well, well. Look at me ruining everything. 21, doing that. This puts you here, and you may start your turn. Please note, WASD keys are the easiest ways to get through this thing. You're going to want to ask, well, anything you want and try to get your movement down quick. That's all I got. It is your turn.
okay? So I can't see anything. Do I
Yeah.
feel like I'm in a box? Like if I were to stick my arms out, would I like feel like I'm in a box or something?
So sticking your arms out, your right arm immediately hits a wall. Your left arm kind of goes out.
What if I did it in front of me? How
Uh,
about
you
then?
you also hit a wall.
And behind
Eh,
me?
Same thing. You note Lady Whitehaven kind of disappears into blackness as you hit a wall from every side except the west.
Then I'm gonna head towards the direction that was open. Which was that left?
Maybe? Ah,
Oh. I'm gonna kind of keep doing that.
okay.
How many feet was that?
That's 20.
Mm, 25, 30. That was all my movement. How
Mhm.
much is my movement?
So
Yeah, I said 30 feet of movement.
yeah, I was gonna say, as you come there, you don't notice any sounds or anything. You just kind of, actually, no, you note the crunching of, you're not sure what it is, but you stepped on something, and it made a sound as it kind of popped and went to one side or the other.
Does it sound or feel kind of like bones or something?
It was hard to the kind of touch, but you're not sure what it was. It just felt rather small and cylindrical.
I don't have any hands to pick it up. Actually, I'm gonna try to use my abyssal armor and kind of like try to scoop it up with it, I guess.
Okay,
The hard cylindrical thing.
so I'm gonna need an athletics check because you will be failing around darkness, and you did kick it. You might be. So with that, you can feel kind of the ooze absorb and kind of suction a bit. You note whatever's in your hand has a pointed, sharp edge that just pierces into the armor.
Cylindrical with a sharp edge.
Yeah. You note as poking it, it has a very piercing edge. You're not 100% sure what it is, but it seems like a weapon of some sort.
Okay. Um, did I feel anything else around me or no?
You just feel walls to your north, south, and other than that, yeah, that's the only thing you feel.
Okay, well, I'm currently out of movement, so I'll probably have to end for now. Yeah, I'll end my turn for now.
Okay. And this brings us to a lot of just shuffling and noises. Uh, directly to your east. I'm sorry. Yes, directly to your east. Khan hears a strange shuffling coming into the area. Once again, Bennett hears a shuffling towards the south. And other than that, there are no other sounds you can hear. And with that, it is Khan's turn.
Heading toward. Firstly, noting that the rope revealed that the area eastward was fairly open and it hit something. Do I know any breathing since I've heard some shuffling?
You don't hear any breathing, just a shuffling of metal.
In my head, I'll just kind of say, "Hold on, here," as I note the broken dart under my foot. I can't believe it going in circles. And I just head forward.
Forwards, you immediately hit something that kind of
Oh,
sends you back a bit. As this is happening, you kind of hear just a whipping sound, and you can hear something shooting towards you. As it braces past, you can hear kind of the wind just past you as you recognize there has to be something in front of you.
I'm just kind of calling out, friend or foe? Do I get a response?
You just hear, "Ah!" and something swings at you again. You can hear the air move past. You're quite comfortable on the idea that is indeed a foe. Who is calling me at not at 9 at night, bro? I don't know these people. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't have time to deal with this. Um, Noting where my rope hit um the heart or like if like a body, whatever. Can I note? Did I? I don't know how to explain this. With my silvered short sword in my right hand, I'll just thrust forward. So be it, as I just say, swinging rapidly. Just don't wait. Make this quick. As I attempt to pierce whatever is in front of me that deliberately attacked me. Uh, uh, Reaches back again for another strike. And 22 and
So
20.
so as you swing, you hit something that just seems to be between metal and just you're not really sure. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. This is for the first one, and this is for the second one.
Is that like
So
newer
that's
cool?
20 damage.
Okay. So with this, you kind of hear a strange noise. It's not really a howling of sorts. Um, you know it to be. Oh, yeah, did I just do? Yeah, I did. Okay. You know it to be familiar. You just kind of hear a ching ching sound as you kind of pull your sword back. You hear heavy breathing, but nothing else. And that is, yep, I believe. Yeah, go ahead.
You said I noted it to be familiar.
You've heard the sound before.
Uh, um, Grasping my fist and kind of enveloping with shadows. Hopefully, this will keep you down as I strike again, replicating my previous attempt. True at whatever this thing is twice. Uh, this is the first one, going back again, and this is the second one. Woohoo! Thank goodness. Yeah, 21-17.
Um, Okay, so
Um,
you managed to hit something twice just with a doof.
okay.
Uh,
And with that, it feels kind of a pulsing aura from the indication where I strike it. I'm guessing the chest area, as it takes this damage, and it takes 19 damage. And I will need a Constitution saving throw from it as well, as the pulse overcomes it. Um, where is it? Uh, yeah, yeah. It's overcome by whatever the feeling is. It's find itself unable to move.
okay. With that, you feel, or at least you note something lumbering in front of you. Then.
And with that, kind of shaking my hand harder than expected. I take out, or with my rope in my left hand, I just kind of toss it around me again, trying to get a sense of my surroundings. Can I know any clear passageway besides, well, not aiming in front of me, but from this direction? This direction. It's not looking directly in front of me, northward. If I land on anything,
Nothing that you're aware of. You feel the rope hit something directly in front of you and fall off. You can imagine it's whatever's standing there.
oh, okay. Um, and based on the breathing, uh, do I find any familiarity in it? Like, is it breathing similar to what I've heard before? I
It's
guess.
not. There's no breathing sound.
Okay, cool. I'll just say to myself, hopefully that's serum, as I step forward, trying to not trip over or hit anything. Uh, kind of, I can't move in front of it. Yeah, I'll just.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
So you've run into a wall to the north of you.
Okay. I'll just move southward then, or west, westward, and
Okay.
upward.
You've run into a wall to the what north of you.
Oh, another wall. Okay, just attempting to reach. It's another wall, isn't it?
There's
Great.
another wall.
Ah, okay.
But you managed to step on that dart again as it crunches under your foot and rolls a bit.
Cool. Right back where I started, and I'll just use the remaining act movement to just kind of rush past this thing,
Yeah,
attempting not to bump into it.
now, as you bump into it and fall prone on the ground, you note that it is incredibly heavy. And once again, for some reason, you decided to charge at it. This ends your turn. Last saving throw for Yerm. Not the last one. Ah, that's not great. What is that? So Yerm at this point is bleeding out profusely. Just so everybody's aware. That brings us to Bennett's turn. You find yourself kind of in the same corridor with absolutely nothing around you. You don't know the breathing or movement. You kind of hear to the north, just echoing through the chamber, whatever's going on north of you. Someone is doing something to something. What do you do?
So in front of me right here, or right here, or right here, I don't hear anything, right?
You do not know. You're pretty much in silence at this point, noting the walls to your left and right, or east and west.
Uh, I guess. Uh, I'm. Uh, Sweet darkness can make planning out move. So the gurgling noise I've been, I guess, tailing, did it just suddenly stop, or has it moved further? Or awesome.
Darn. So just kind of feeling out, you don't note anything of sorts.
Uh,
Uh, Oh man.
actually, uh, so I guess, oh, just actually, um, taking a step back, finding the sound and everything. Can I tell if there's like, am I able to hear anything from this spot in front of me and this spot? Seeing as the last time I was here, or at least in this exact same spot, I heard breathing from both of those.
So as you approach, you do hear something from both of those areas. Just kind of a clinking of metal against the wall.
So, okay, all right. So, the eyes. Uh, what I continue heading, I guess, south, keeping low and minding my step, not making.
As you approach the area, you can hear the breathing to the south again, just kind of a low breathing. It almost seems like whatever it was breathing, it's the breathing has slowed down, like it's become fairly shallow as well.
So that's straight to the south, putting out my arms. Any walls to my east or west?
You note walls to your west, but nothing to your east.
The breathing was coming from the south. Am I able to hear anything from the?
You don't hear anything from the east.
Uh, guess I'll just. I'm gonna. I'm gonna. I guess I'm just gonna mutter in my head, just thinking, why Haven can hear me. See if I can talk to her without saying anything out loud.
You note in your head, Lady Whitehaven responds, "Why, of course. How may I be of assistance?" Hmm.
Oh, of my questions have I used up?
Well, that's a question in and of itself, isn't it? So, perhaps one, maybe three. Hmm, I'll count that as your first.
So I'll just first question. All right. Second question time. What are these things we're fighting?
I'm afraid I couldn't tell you. I can say when I turned all the lights on, ghostly things, clad in some type of armor, wearing strange crowns. I've seen the crowns inside the temple. I'm not sure what they are, but they're certainly not, well, mortal. They seem more of apparitions or spirits. They seem to be pretty vengeful against what they can see and hear, reactive and whatnot. I stayed away myself, and, well, I turned the darkness back as quickly as I could.
Third question. Earring of yours. How are we going to be able to see it? Does it give some kind of aura or something we could feel, or are we just tapping our feet on the floor hoping we kick something?
Oh, well, that's, uh, uh, there's a small ruby, as I said, inside the earring. You'll know when you find it. It will, well, I'm sure she's rather not fond of being lost in the dark.
Uh, I guess with those questions, wanted to. I'm gonna take uh so shallow breathing to myself, correct? I want to make sure I have this before I do something stupid with what I'm given. You're muted.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, shallow breathing to yourself, slowing.
I'm going to blink east and taking out a so I'm going to take out a crossbow bolt and taking the arrow tip off of it, I'm going to chuck it down this hallway, trying to make some noise, kind of having it thrown off down the hallway.
Okay. So as it gets thrown, you can hear it just hit the ground and go and hit like the wall. With that, you can hear just very quickly, directly to your west, something move up. You can also note to the north west of you something move down. You can feel just a weight almost directly to your left, just heavy. You imagine the creature from the south has moved well north,
And something from my northeast moved down, you said?
south. Mhm. Oh my.
Do I feel a wall to my north and south?
Yes.
Fucking box. Reaching into my bag, I'm gonna drink a potion of healing. I guess just using the openings in my mask to drink the potion. Word. Right. So my east, I guess putting both my hands to the walls to my north and south, right? I'm going to kind of slide them along the walls. Do I feel any openings to like always like do I feel a corner here or here?
Real quick, did you roll for the healing?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I didn't see it once again. That's weird. What'd you roll?
I rolled an 8.
Did you heal yourself or no?
No.
Okay, so 23, that's that. Cool. So feeling your way eastward, you note as your hand kind of comes around, you note the directly 5 feet in front of you to the north, something opens up. You feel a corner. To the south, there's just a wall.
Oh. And do I hear something directly here to my east?
No, you don't hear anything in the vicinity of the eastern area. It's just kind of silent.
Okay. So I'm gonna slink over, hugging the south wall.
As you reach, so as you slink over, you hear kind of a light humming, just a. "Beep, mm, beep, beep, mm." You note the voice to be Lady Whitehaven, albeit it's coming from the north and it's very faint.
I'll just, I guess, like silent. I'll tilt my head and just again think, you're, you, you're still there.
You can hear her whisper, "Still where exactly?"
Here. I was, I just
Uh,
thought you would have disappeared.
you hear a tapping. Oh no, you're. It seems that you're headed in the wrong direction. Well, pity. And with that, it just becomes quiet. You still hear the humming to the north of you very faintly.
So I guess using that same method, I'm just gonna feel along the south wall. Do I feel any openings or is it just flat wall?
It's completely flat wall.
Alright. Do I feel a wall to my east?
You do not. I'm sorry, you do, yes. Uh,
Okay. Fourth question. How exactly is this earrings fall out or at least make itself known?
well, that's a silly question. Hmm. I almost feel bad for you. Well, uh, again, you'll know her when she well, I imagine at this point she's either screaming or crying with those things all around her.
That I'm gonna listen in front of me. Do I hear anything besides the humming?
God damn it, it's always that. You note outside of the humming to the north, that is distinctly Lady Whitehaven's voice. Nothing except to your east. I'm sorry, west. You can hear kind of a gurgling sound.
Alright. I'm gonna blink down in this corner and just keep an ear out. As soon as the gurgling sound moves up, I'm gonna take. No, that's not a reaction, but that's just at this point. I'll end my.
Okay. With this, it brings us to Jotun's turn. Holding still in kind of your mass, this thing, you know that doesn't seem to really be of any interest as you kind of look around nothingness. What do you do?
So the thing I picked up isn't doesn't really seem to be important.
Sorry, I can't hear you on the mic. Can you move closer to whatever it is you use?
Does it the thing I have? It doesn't seem to be important.
I have no idea how to answer that question. I don't know if it's important or not, to you at
I thought
least.
you were saying about the thing I picked up.
I really can't hear what you're saying. Give me one sec. Oh, you are turned up all the way. Let me turn the music down. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I thought you were talking about the thing I picked up.
Yes, I am. It is a object that has a pointy end and a frilly end. You're not sure other than that what it, that's pretty much all you get from it.
Does it feel like it's a teardrop shape or something?
It does actually quite feel like that, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna keep kind of doing the same thing I was doing before, the feel around method or whatever.
Yep.
How are you talking to Lady Whitehaven? Is that like in your head? How many feet was that? I wasn't paying attention.
That was 25. Oh wait, I'm sorry, that was 20 of 10 feet. Also, I don't, you can't, yeah, he can't actually answer that question.
Oh.
So that is 30. So as you come up across, you note very distinctly nothing, not a thing. You can hear a strange breathing to your east. You note as well, you can hear kind of a strange skittering sound on the ground to your east, about which you can imagine is a little farther than 5 feet.
Skittering sound like a rat?
Maybe. Mm.
Gross. I'm gonna reach in front of me to see if I could grab the thing that's like breathing to my east.
So as you go to grab, there's just nothing there. You note there's nothing directly to your east. That was the wrong word, but it means kind of the same thing. That is interesting. Boo-doo-doo.
Okay, I see. Since that's all my movement for now and my turn.
Okay. You can hear kind of a fizzy sound to your east. As this sound kind of let's see, you're here. This is here. Yeah. Khan, you feel immediately something just heavy hit the side of you. With that, you can hear something just. You can hear just next to you, cling, as whatever. Well, it was just kind of guthers a bit. You hear in the darkness. You can hear kind of a again. Oh wait, what am I doing? That's yeah. I might as well just do what you did. There we go. That helps a little bit more, right? Yeah, that helps. You could fear something just pierce into your shoulder incredibly heavily. With that, the pain as it twists kind of just knocks you out. You fall unconscious. Um, to your immediate east, Jotun, you can hear ah! And then nothingness. You also hear the clinking sound of metal as you hear just creeping.
But I'm sorry. This was. Is this the one that I knocked or I paralyzed?
This was not the one that you knocked and paralyzed.
Okay.
Yeah, the one that you knocked and paralyzed is directly in front of you.
Okay.
That says this is now the one that's knocked and paralyzed, and target must succeed on a con saving throw. Is that forever? You can spend one
No, that's he failed, so or it failed.
con
So
saving throw
once
or be stunned until the end of your next turn.
yeah.
Oh, okay. So he's just there then. All right. Which one is this? Hold on. You got me off count. Okay, he's doing his movement, so 5, 10, 15. And then the next one. Oh, the next one doesn't even count at this point. Let me take him off. Your. And that brings us to Khan's first death save. Go ahead and roll that for me.
All right. Yeah, I'm sorry. How do I roll that?
Inside your character sheet, there's just something on your right that says death saves. You just click on it.
On my right, that's the yes, yeah. Okay, thanks.
I was gonna say it's under resource 1.
You.
All right. That brings us to Yerm's final death save, or maybe not. Oh, and that is an up. So with that, Yerm kind of gasps for air as you just kind of lay against a wall. You don't hear anything around you whatsoever. You're just kind of leaning up against the wall, prone. With that, it startles you a bit, but for the interest of time, yeah, what do you do?
Uh, just kind of sticking my arms out. I don't feel anyone.
Uh,
Just walls and dark and walls and void.
yeah, so to the north and south of you, you feel just wall. To the east and west, there's nothing. There's no sounds, there's no gurgling, nothing.
I'm going to kind of just remember what Bennett said before I kind of passed out. Just kind of keep heading eastward.
Well, that's definitely westward, but I'm just gonna assume you mean westward.
I mean, westward.
So as you kind of come to that area directly north of you, you can hear just a ching, ching, something almost scratching against a wall. Ching, ching, repeatedly.
Yourself.
Sorry?
Do I hear anything from the south?
You don't, just a wall. You can kind of just feel behind you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna head south. Oh, he says one of them. Yeah, I'm just gonna head back the other way. Uh,
So let me see. That
up
is
and back.
what's your movement? So 30, so 15, so 5, 10. Actually, you can't. You're stuck here. That's the end
Oh,
of your
rip,
movement.
okay.
Do you have any actions to take, or
No, not really. Kind of in darkness, can't really see anything.
okay? This brings us to Bennett's turn. You note the kind of the humming again.
I'll So the humming is to the north, and do I still hear the gurgling to my west?
You don't hear. You heard like a shuffling, but you're not sure what the shuffling was. But you don't hear anything to your west anymore after. Well, you didn't hear it, but something happened. I guess let's put it that way.
Uh, guess keeping low, I'll just wait you're out for any sound I hear, like I'm trying to hear shallow breaths, actual breaths, like grunts, like any
Um,
sound.
Yeah, no need to go into detail. I'll just assume you want to hear sound.
Yeah, just
Okay.
that. Do I hear anything to the north?
You do not know.
Anything to the south?
You do not know.
So I guess I'm gonna take a slow step south.
As you step south, you immediately kind of stop. You note directly to your east, there's just kind of a, it's again the shallow breathing, except now it's getting even slower. It's almost just a, it almost sounds like snoring, but you don't imagine from what Lady Whitehaven described, these creatures would be sleeping.
I guess so. Keeping myself low, I'm gonna try to feel to my southwest. Said the sound of like slow breathing is coming from my east, right?
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna feel to my southwest, see if I can feel like a corner.
To your southwest, you just note a corner that you're in. You just feel the edge of the wall.
Do I feel anything to my west?
To your west, you feel a wall.
Uh, oh, so I'm going to take a step back, slowly backing up, and then there. So just blinking back into the hallway I was in, and uh, do I still hear Whitehaven humming?
You do not know.
Uh, I guess I'm just uh back at probably the full move.
Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So where you're at now is 30 feet.
Yeah, that's full move.
Okay. With that, at that area, you do begin to hear just a faint humming coming from the north. You think it's fairly bizarre based on positioning that you don't and do hear it, but you're not really sure why. With that, this brings us to Jotun's turn. After hearing a staggering and just kind of a, what honestly sounded like somebody getting stabbed by something, you note there's some heaving going on to your east. Just sound.
I just kind of go, that breath sounds disgusting.
Holy shit! I can't hear a word you're saying now.
I guess kind of hearing that, I kind of just go, that rat sounds disgusting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep healing towards that direction.
Okay. So as you step forward, as you make your next step, you note something in front of you, not like just directly in front of you, just kind of just a heavy thing on the ground.
I'll kind of down and like try to see what it is.
Sorry, try the what?
See what it is.
Still can't get that. See who?
I'll try to see what it is.
What it is. So I guess feeling around, you just know that seemingly feels like a body of some sort to you.
Oh, did he not hear me? I don't know.
What?
Can you hear what I said? No.
No, I didn't hear anything you said.
I was like kneeling down and asking it, who is this to like the body.
You don't get a response. However, about another 5 feet away from you, you just hear. You note the presence of something about 10 feet from you.
Hmm. I guess I'll kind of like squinting my eyes a little bit. I'll kind of move past this body on the ground and try to discern what's like making the noise.
Moving past it, you kind of immediately run into something and you kind of fall back. As you fall back, you note you kind of hit the object on the ground. Go ahead and make a dex save for me. You catch yourself fairly well, directly kind of stopping, standing on top, basically with one foot on this thing underneath you. You kind of look on. You can hear just a just directly 5 feet in front of you. Based on the sound, you're fairly sure that whatever's making the noise is roughly in front of you, maybe a slightly above you, and whatever's beneath you feels fairly squishy as your foot's planted on it. What do you do?
I'll try to see if I can find maybe like some way around it. So there's no other way. It's just a straight out
Yeah,
hallway.
there's walls to your north south, there's something to your east, and there's a way to your west, but that's where you came from.
Yeah. Hmm. How much? How much did I step this way?
I'm sorry.
I should have been keeping track. I didn't keep track of my movement.
Oh, where'd you start? So you've only moved 10 feet.
Oh, okay, yeah. Uh, I'm gonna try to push past whatever like knocks me down.
I mean, you could try your best. Go ahead and roll an athletics check, I guess. As you kind of put your weight into whatever's in front of you. I'm gonna move you back though. That's why I moved you back. As you push forward, you can hear just a. You feel something just kind of reach out at you. Go ahead and make a No, don't make a Constitution save. Let's see. Yes, make a Constitution. Nope, actually, you don't really have to make a Constitution save. You can hear kind of a swiping. You can feel something against your chest. It's incredibly cold, and then it just kind of vanishes. You hear just a. You're still pushed back. As you still have. Do you have any bonus actions? Actually, you could. Yeah, you have another action and a bonus action.
Yeah,
You're still not past the thing.
I'm gonna kind of gripping onto that pointy teardrop thing I picked up earlier and kind of like try to jam it into like whatever this thing is in front of me.
The word grip is confusing me.
Uh, I'm just gonna like try to stab the thing with the teardrop thing
How?
with the pointy end.
Yes, I know that, but how are you holding it to stab?
Right. Maybe with my abyssal armor, like kind of suctioning onto it.
You're just gonna. Okay. It's. So you're gonna want to make an attack roll normally with disadvantage. Oh. And you managed to securely puncture something in front of you. What would the hell would that be? Roll a 1d4. Mm. You manage to hit whatever it is in front of you. You don't really hear anything from it. You just know you hit it as you hear a sound. With that, that doesn't make you the most confident in terms of what's happening. And with that, if I'm not mistaken, that would end your turn. Well, you still have the movement, but that would end your turn otherwise.
Yeah.
All right. Moving to the next turn, you immediately feel whatever it is directly in front of you. You can first hear a and then just kind of feel something shoot directly towards you. You can feel something slice past your abdomen towards kind of your right side going behind you. You note that you definitely are cut. It's not harsh, it's not bleeding profusely, but there's something in front of you stabbing at you with something rather long and pike-like. As it, you can hear it slam it on the ground and then kind of raise. You can hear cling. With that, you note the sound directly in front of you kind of fade. You can hear something kind of creeping towards the southeast, and then nothing. With that, Bennett, you kind of hear a coming directly from your west. You can hear something just clink past you going north. Uh, Jotun, you just hear. You could feel something just swing out and slap you directly in your chest.
What the what?
With that, you kind of hear, and the sound just fades. Oops. Let's go back because that was not correct. Yeah, it's this one, and this one is. And Urim, you hear kind of something slinking away to the north of you, just yeah, until it slowly fades into nothing. And with that, it is Khan's turn. Please roll a death save for me. This is number 2.
Sure. Uh, boom, bop. Pow, 6.
What would you? That was a 6 and a 16.
Yeah.
Okay. And with that, this brings us to Urim's turn. Just kind of hanging on the wall and slumbering around at this point. You know that something moving to your north and kind of slinking away. You no longer hear anything directly to your north as you kind of note that there's no other way unless you go back to your east.
Yeah, I'm gonna head back east as far as possible. Just kind of saying, kind of just leaning against the walls or like walk to keep support myself. Okay, where'd you get down here?
Sorry, you hit something going west, and as you kind of come around that corner, you hear just breathing and the clanking of armor.
Um, I was looking for you and whispering. Do you know what that is?
You don't see Jotun.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Oh, she's on my screen. That's why I asked.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely not visible to you though.
Oh, okay. Then go my question.
I mean, I could hide them, but then they wouldn't know what was going on.
Yeah, I was gonna end right here then.
Okay. This brings us to Bennett's turn. You know, again, shuffling to the northeast of you and to the north. I'm sorry, to the northwest of you and to the northeast. Just a humming sound. Alex, are you here?
It's muted again. I hate that with the burning passion.
Mm-hmm.
You repeat you repeat what I heard to west.
To the west of you, northwest, you hear just kind of a clanking of armor, kind of a whatever was to the south of you just kind of rushed past you. Um, to the east, again, same humming.
Uh so I'm going
Mm.
I'm feeling the wall. I'm back in the initial hallway, right?
Yes.
I'm bizarre. I'm just gonna leave a teaspoon in the corner of the room, straight to my west. Just put it in the very like corner. so it's not likely that something would like kick into it.
Okay, so on the west side of this wall here, you're leaving a spoon. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go down and I guess like feeling along the wall
Actually,
and
let me. Oh, go ahead.
feeling along the wall. I'm just do I hear anything further?
You don't note anything against the wall now.
Okay.
Whoops. Sorry about that.
So feeling the walls around me, what can I feel? South.
Sorry, I'm like trying to do something so I remember it. Um, east, north, south. To your north is a wall. To your south, there's nothing there. To your east, there's a wall. You also note the humming and all the other sounds have gone quiet.
Steps south.
As you take a step to the south, you immediately fall into nothingness. You just start falling directly down into black. It's at first kind of terrifying, but then suddenly you realize you haven't hit anything in a little bit. With that being said, you note you could just hear just Lady Whitehaven's voice, ho, 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 just kind of laughing. You can hear her just kind of quip, "You certainly do get into things." With that, you kind of reappear. You note specifically to your northwest something, and then it just kind of flashes and then vanishes. You kind of just don't hit ground, but you kind of just you're there. There's solid ground under your feet suddenly as you just kind of stand. You're not really sure what happened. You may continue your turn.
Uh
Although don't roll initiative, I gotta do that for you. Nope, I did not mean to do that. Let's see. Jotun, Bennett Jotun? Bennett Jotun. Yeah, that's how. No, Bennett was 22. There we go. Go ahead.
um um gonna feel to my south that that's a wall, right? Or is it something?
Give me one sec, because again, I have to do things that I forgot I should be doing. Ba-doop, ba-doop. Cool. Feeling to your south, is that a wall? So, originally, as you kind of went along, you noted that, or at least as you feel, you note there is a wall to your south now.
I guess slowly pulling my arms to my east and west. Can I feel anything?
To your east, you could feel another wall. To your west, you just kind of feel open ear.
And I'm assuming I don't what do I hear?
You don't hear anything. To your north, I'm sorry, to your northwest, you kind of hear a slight, very slow, um, breathing sound. This is even slower, more shallow than the one you heard before. It almost is inaudible.
Kind of sticking my hand a little bit out north. Do I come in contact with any wall?
To the north, no, you don't feel anything.
I'm going to, I guess, back to the wall. I'm going to blink over uh to the
As you kind of slide into the west, you can hear the breathing become louder. You can feel something, or not feel, but you note the breathing directly to your north. It sounds incredibly sluggish.
I'm gonna slink one. Can I feel anything to my west? Actually,
To your west, you just feel a wall. You kind of, or you've hit something.
do I feel anything to my south?
Another wall.
So I guess with that, I'm going to blink back and take. Well, I'm just gonna slink over here, trying to make no noise, and then take a step.
Okay. As you step towards the east, you note directly to your south. You can hear kind of a murmuring. Again, it's a familiar sound. It just sounds very faint and weak. Also, you've moved 25 feet in total.
Can I feel anything to my south?
No.
Uh, Down south one.
As you do that, the sound gets louder. You could just feel like you're right up against something just slowly breathing.
Okay. That was something I remember.
Yes.
Uh,
Fairly familiar sound.
does it sound like something? You know, I'm not even gonna. Does it sound like any of the sounds the creatures made?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Fuck. Uh, I'm gonna end my turn. Kind of leaning back, realizing what I may have ran into.
Okay. With that, this brings us to Jotun's turn. We're gonna finish the turns out and then end here. So where you stand specifically, you note that there is a fairly heavy amount of just coming from your south and southeast. Um, you don't note anything other than that. Oh, other than you were standing on top of something that is, again, fairly squishy. You there, Jeannie?
What? I didn't catch that.
Ah, I see. To your southeast and yeah, just your southeast, you can hear kind of a heavy breathing. You're also noting you're still standing on something that's fairly squishy, and it almost feels like you can break it if you press hard enough. Are you alive? Cool. I can't really skip her turn because next isn't any of you. I guess we'll do. Hell, I guess we'll just have. Hell, Carl, roll your last death save.
All right. Here goes. And it's a 12.
Very nice. You have
Sorry,
one
I'm
more.
back.
Wait, or is that three? Is that three?
Yeah,
No,
so I
that's
rolled
yeah,
16, 6, and 12.
yeah, 2-1. All right, cool. Back. We'll go back to Jeanette then. Look at you. Uh, yeah, same stuff. I just had Carl roll his death save, so you didn't really miss anything.
So the thing that was there before is gone.
What thing that's there before?
The thing that like tried to stab me.
Failing to your east. Yes, you don't notice anything there. You can still hear something to your south though, or southeast.
Okay. Feeling around, do I feel the spear that it had like anywhere near me?
You don't know.
Um, it's not anywhere. If I feel around, no.
No.
I'm gonna continue doing moving forward.
Okay. So moving forward, you note directly to your south a strange noise, and moving towards your east, you bump into something.
Reaching out. Can I figure out what it is that I bump into?
So kind of feeling out towards the east, Yerm, you note something kind of trying to grab at you.
Um, does it feel familiar, or
I don't know if it feels familiar. You just feel something just kind of strangely rubbing on your chest area, kind of grazing you over. It feels a little strange.
um, what exactly are you?
Yerm
What
says
exactly?
just out loud. What
Oh,
happened?
speak. So I'm
Lovely.
assuming I would recognize his voice, I guess.
I hope so. I'm not sure though, but I hope so. So Jotun and Yerm are reunited.
Did you say anything? I didn't hear anything.
Uh, just asking if he can hear the sound of your voice or knows the sound of your voice, and that was a yes. So you both know each other at this point.
Yo, and do you know where the others are?
No, I don't. I kind of just came here.
Which direction did you just come from?
Behind me?
Can you be more specific than behind me?
I don't know. Just, I've, there's been all these twists and turns.
Okay. Uh,
Where did you come from, actually?
I just came from, I think, the north. Uh, and the, well, coming to you would be the west. Going back would be the east.
So you don't know where we are at all.
I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Jotun points out that well, we don't know where we are anyway. Mm.
That's fair. I'll probably should stick together for now. Have you encountered any of those things yet?
Well, something just tried to stab me in the dark, so I
That
think
might have
we're
been one of them.
the same thing.
That said, what are we doing?
Well, this has been a great chat. I'm just gonna try to move past Yurm.
Okay, so you struggle to slide past, but manage. Hitting a wall directly east. You note there's only north to go.
Guess I'm going north 5, 10, 15.
15 feet.
What else? 10, 25, 30.
You were right. This 30 would be where you just moved.
Up here.
Cause yeah, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah. Um. So with that, you kind of come up on a corner of sorts as you feel your way out, and you note there doesn't seem to be any sounds anywhere. Um, doesn't seem like there's anything around you, or at least it's very silent.
Okay, so I got kind of speaking back towards Yurm. I'm just gonna ask, have you come across anyone else other than me?
Shouting back, you don't. I guess are you shouting or
Not loudly. I don't think I
you're like
know.
20 feet away? So I guess at a raised voice, Jotun just kind of calls back to Yerm. Did you say have you come across anyone other than me? Oh, have you come
Yeah.
across anyone other than me?
Yeah, Bennett and Khan were down here also. Kind of lost both of them though. Uh, kind of yelling out back to Yo, and also, also try to keep quiet. These things, uh, well, they can hear better than they can see at the very least.
I guess that makes sense.
He notes as you hear shuffling to your north.
Right. So I take
My
it you
north
all.
or Jotun's north?
Jotun's north.
So I take it you all didn't come in here at the same spot.
He yells back to you. Basically, everybody came in at the same place? Question mark.
Well, me and Bennett came in at the same place. I don't know where Khan came from.
You say as you hear shuffling to the south.
Right. I think there's a body of something on the ground towards your left there. You might want to take a look at it.
Um, okay, Jotun kind of shouts back. I think there's a body to your west. You might want to check it out. You note you can hear just a shuffling sound quickly come directly to your west now. That would be Yerm. And that's gonna end, I guess, your turn, Jeanette, because you're
Yeah,
done
that's all
with your.
movement.
Yeah, so we're gonna end the session here as you all start feeling things slowly closing in. And yeah, that's gonna end the session.
Random
Jeez.
question.
Yeah.
So was that roll like? Do I have to roll like another fourth time, or is it just 3 rolls for death saves?
No, it's 3 rolls for a win, 3 rolls for a loss. How many times did you roll? You rolled 3 times. You got 2 good,
2 out of 3.
bad. Yeah, so you have
Yeah.
to roll 1 more good or 2 more bad.
Oh, okay.
or a 20 or a 1, and either of those will either kill you or pop you right on up. Damn, this music, man. Or lack thereof.
Can I perhaps roll that, or
Can you perhaps roll what?
that one more, or possibly two more rolls?
You can't till your next turn.
Okay.
Because if you rolled it right away and you die, that means no one has the opportunity to get you up, which it doesn't make any sense.
Okay, I understand.
Cool, that was interesting.
It, places. It went places.
I'm intrigued that you managed to get yourselves in this. It's very intriguing. So, next session you will definitely get yourselves out or not, because there's stuff going on.
Honestly. I ended up putting myself in a bad spot.
Surprisingly,
Dog, I died like 12 times.
I guess I don't know. And yes, you did. If you actually go down again, you're just dead, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong though. I might be thinking of a different game mechanic. But I think if you get knocked unconscious 3 times in a row, you die. I don't know. Let me find out.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't know, but it is a mechanic in something.
You said after our third character death, we're out the game.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
it's that.
that's
Yeah.
true. Unconscious creatures, but that's not what I'm talking about. Can't move, speak creature.
Okay, never mind.
Hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense too. All right, yeah. Yeah, there's a mechanic in the game where if you die 3 times, you just die, or if you fall down 3 times, you die. Like,
I never heard of a rule like that in D. Unless I missed
oh,
something.
yeah, I don't think it's in D&D. I just checked. I'm just saying it's from a game that I'm aware of. The ooze
Oh.
isn't really my hands. Yeah, the ooze isn't really your hands. You're stretching
Maybe
with you're
Grim
stretching.
Survival.
Okay, you're stretching the ooze. By the by, good use of it. That's why I haven't said anything. Also, I imagine Carl, your monk has a sword in one hand and nothing in the other hand.
A rope in the other hand, 50 feet. Kind of like a lasso, because I tied it to make a lasso.
Okay, so arguably you cannot use unarmed strikes then with your sword attack. You would have to use an action to put the sword away to use an unarmed strike, or an
Oh,
action to drop the rope or put the rope away.
okay.
I'm just
Okay, so I couldn't just cuff my hand. Okay, I understand. I understand what you're saying. Okay.
I mean, I'm arguing rules. I haven't penalized you. I'm just letting you know because at some point I would like you to actually, I guess, follow those mechanics.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll be sure to note that.
Other notes. Alex, you using your staff and lightning, whatever, to do 2 attacks in one action is kind of suspicious. Unless you're using it as a main attack with a bonus action, which is less suspicious, but at the same time, actually, it's not that bad now that I think about it if it's used like that, and it probably is. Because it's a cantrip, right? Or is it a
Yeah.
spell?
Shock and
Oh, it's
Grasp
a
is a
cantrip.
cantrip.
Yeah, that's fine then. Yeah. Um, Surprisingly, looking at this map, the funny thing is I can actually see all the walls and the directions on the map. So, looking at the map, you would be surprised where each of you are. And
Ooh.
Right next to each other.
I swear,
I mean,
it's like some normal ass room on the low, and we're just walking around.
Well,
Yeah, no, it's
where?
just
there were
There.
there were numerous options you could have taken to deal with the room, including not deal with it, use magic. There's lots of just different things you could do with it. It's just no one's done anything but walk around, which uh, honestly is the safest choice.
So magic also a bad
Nay,
choice.
we ain't
But there are
y'all.
lots of but there's tons of ways to do each thing. Like I don't like your idea of pigeonholing is scary to me, which is why I wrote that earlier, or is it yesterday? I can't remember. But the idea of pigeonholing
Pigeon
is scary.
holding?
pigeonhole
Yeah.
you.
Explain that. Explain that.
So pigeonhole is it's kind of like when you get stuck in this one thing that you can't get yourself out of. You pigeonhole yourself. It's I
Ooh.
guess it's an urban expression. It's fairly old, I guess, but it just means like you put yourself in a corner and then you keep saying, "Man, I wish I wasn't in the corner." So the
Ah.
idea behind it is you should probably start doing stuff. Or again, I keep writing it, but I don't know if anybody's paying attention. But you should just do what your character would do and stop doing what you would do, because that's the main problem you're having. You're not doing what your character would do in the situation. You're doing what you would do in the situation as you overthink the situation. Also, in case anybody missed it, because I'm just a pal, um, uh, Alex and Carl technically explained that everybody has 5 questions, and it's just not a group thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just keep that in mind that everybody has 5 questions, and I believe Alex has one left, and Carl doesn't have any.
I use
I
mine.
I have 4, I believe. I believe I asked the question like when we first got in here.
I'll be honest, I don't even remember. So you could just say you had 4, and I'd believe you.
Oh.
Hey, did somebody leave? Doesn't look like it. Oh, Carl. Carl left.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Carl.
I'm about to.
Good luck with surgery tomorrow. I gotta go to bed because I have work in the morning.
Yeah, I gotta get off so I could surgically it up. If anybody has
Yeah.
questions, comments, concerns, just hit me up or something.
Wait, I have one class question before you go.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so do you know the Krabby Patty secret formula?
Who what?
The Krabby Patty secret formula.
What the
Christ
fuck?
almighty. Shut up, Jerry. Shut up.
That's rough, man. If you yourself can get your through the puzzle, I'll let you know.
Oh,
that's
that's
should be crabs.
yo,
I
this
want
kind
some
of
crabs.
the idea. This
Crabby.
kind of yo, you got the opportunity, bro. Don't fuck it up.
I swear to God.
Yeah, I guess I'm hitting up Google tonight.
But I do have to ask one question. I'm not sure if you could answer this because it's out of character and I'm not
Darn,
sure if
I
this
was
kinda-
muted this whole time. I was saying we're gonna get the recipe to the ultimate food item, Krabby Patties. Watch.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie, I kind of need that shit.
Yo,
But-
imagine if that's what's waiting for you instead of the thing.
Oh, I would be. Don't do that.
I'm definitely
Don't.
right here. No, it's on site. It's on site.
I might
Come
have
back
to.
from the dead to get that Krabby Patty secret formula. What you doing?
I might have to fight Whitehaven. I know I'm gonna lose, but
Yo,
god damn it, I might
Whitehaven's
have
like,
to.
oh, that's right, I owed you a favor. She pulls a bottle out of her with a note sealed inside.
I'm literally
Here
gonna
you'll
need
find
that,
your
bro.
true. Here you'll find your true desires.
I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that, bro. The chef needs
Yo,
that.
yo, forget that. Forget this whole like defeat Strahd thing. Let's just all make a burger joint.
I swear to God.
Like, yo, fuck this defeat Strahd shit. So Krabby Patties.
Damn, you guys are like,
Yeah,
you
dude.
guys are gonna be real salty.
Oh,
don't.
oh, no, don't do that.
Secret
In a good
formula.
way or a bad? In a good way or a bad way? Ask
Is there a good way to feel so? I'm curious. Where are you? Where's
Yes,
your
there
logic
is. Yes,
here?
there is. Yes,
When
there
your
is.
French
Yes,
fries.
there
When
is.
your French fries.
Okay, all right.
Some
When
white
I'm French
salt.
fries, I understand.
But
Understand.
Jeanette, I said light stuff doesn't work. Like if you try to light the area with a spell or anything, the magic consumes it. It's magical darkness, so it consumes all light. It doesn't consume the spell effects itself, like damage or like fire, but it's gonna take the light out of it.
That's accurate.
Yeah.
Or at
Like,
least
damn,
that-
bro, I knew
yeah.
I should have grabbed Devil's Sight when I had the chance.
That's what I put together from using Burning Hands. It basically took the light out of it, but all the other effects were the same.
Yes.
So if a warlock with Devil's Sight walked into this thing, he only
Would
caught
be
Considering
incredibly useful.
considering
Oh, then
his
they could just see.
yeah,
You
considering
could see that would be problematic too, though. I just can't explain why.
Yeah. She said the room is the room because you clap on it, you probably get clapped. So like, oh, I have dark vision, you get clapped, and no one know.
I could just imagine that. I don't
What
think
do
it's
you
that
mean no one
thing.
would
I
know?
think
You
the
wouldn't be screaming
horrors
out in
of the
pain as you get
the horrors of the room. The horrors of the
I
room
mean-
would probably just give you insanity.
Like, just because you can see doesn't mean you wouldn't get clapped in silence.
I mean, who knows, man? You might get like, they might cover your mouth and just say throat, call it a day.
Moving on.
Yeah,
But
sorry, dog. Kills don't work. Hey, yo, if kills work like that in D&D, rogues would be busted. I'm just saying.
Anyways.
Let's say you're on that. Let's say you're a verbal sword and it was X-Blade with Vengeance Paladin. I'm joking.
Fucking
Wow,
anyways.
what a specific combination. Anyways.
But I wanted to ask, I'm not sure if you can answer this at all, but did I end up on a different floor from that?
Oh god.
You ended up in a different place, not a floor.
Okay, cool. Thank
What? Oh.
Yo, you fell in a wormhole, and now you're facing down. Now you're facing down that Tarask at the bottom of Strahd's castle.
Stop.
That may actually be accurate.
Oh, fuck.
Oh wow.
You know
What a
what?
statement.
Okay, I was
What a
joking.
heartbreaking statement.
You know what? No.
You shouldn't joke like that.
Oh,
You know what?
That could
oh god. Oh god.
You know
What a
what?
harrowing statement.
Here's
You
the
might
thing.
be right.
Here's the thing, right?
Oh,
Every
god.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
every single one of you in the party, Bandit's about to disappear for a season, reemerge, and he's about to have a pocket-sized Taras. You watch.
Freaking wish.
I'm about to have a pocket-sized Taras. It's not gonna be able to help us at all, but it's gonna be a
Why is there
mark.
campaign anymore? No, if you do, why is there still a campaign going on at that point?
No,
Technically-
here's the thing. The
technically, we
campaign
can't
is
use
to kill
Taras.
Strahd. It's not to
No, no.
attain a tiny Tarask. It's not gonna do anything, but god damn it, it's gonna be a mark.
Well, you better grow that thing and start sinking on them.
Man, that
Technically,
shit ain't
we
gonna
we
listen to
can't
me.
grow
It's
the
probably gonna be a
Taras.
lizard.
Make a fight with the splinter like some Gundam mech style shit.
Can we
What?
grow a Tarask? Hey,
Yes.
yo, you're just
Like-
with these
how you call
lofty
those,
ideals.
Yo, dog, it's how to train your Tarask.
How those sea monkey boat things. You throw the little pods and you grow a Tarask.
Yes, and y'all have this manual to raise a Tarask, right?
Yes.
What did Tarask even eat? What do
That's
they even eat?
Galaxies,
Yeah.
I think.
Yes.
Okay, where are we getting galaxies from to feed this thing?
There's a lot of them
Strahd.
actually. I don't know. I don't know if you've noticed, but there's actually quite a few.
Oh, do you just like have one on
I
you right now
mean-
that I can see?
I didn't say that. I
we
just said
can't
the word.
ask-
I said we
can't
know we
ask
could get
Smash.
one.
I'll say Manchu. We can't ask Morgan. He might have someone locked up somewhere.
Oh, shoot, you're right. Monica, my notes sign. Hold up. You're right.
Morden Kanan? You mean to tell me that Morden Kanan just holding on to a galaxy in his back pocket?
Right.
I mean,
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
yeah, I was right. I was right. I would be surprised.
Thought
He's
I
no
was a
man.
crazy
He
one.
is the strongest wizard of all times.
Then again, like,
Oh.
where does that end? Like,
And he is also a Mansion clone, so
Don't look at me,
what
man.
Mansion do he practically too? So
yeah, like he's the strongest wizard of all time, but that doesn't mean he has galaxies in his back pocket. That just sounds
Hey,
ridiculous.
Okay, Kester, compromise. He just makes a spell that exerts the rest of them hungry again. So it still grows normally.
There's Morgan Mansion, Morgan's sword. He created a source. He probably has a spell called Morgan's Pocket Dimension.
I'm supposed
How's
to have
that?
I'm supposed to have the crazy ideas. Why are you taking my job? What is this? Is it because I'm dead? Is it because I'm dead?
Probably. Probably.
Fucking.
God.
No.
If that's the case, then you and Guy should be quiet.
Sheesh.
I got the personalities to rebuild them.
But like,
Hey man, I have not hit someone with the Mega Man downbeat, man. Not yet.
I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, here's the thing, right? I was
Mhm.
slowly mapping out the area in my head,
Naturally.
right? Naturally.
I would have just used paper. I don't know.
Yeah. But
Facts.
see, But see, what hurt me is the fact that I ended up stepping in here, and now I have no idea where the fuck
Your
I
map
am.
is useless.
So my
Hell
whole
yeah,
mental
baby. Let's
map
go.
is fucking useless unless
Go
I
back
can find that
upstairs,
motherfucker.
then.
I'm gonna go over to your house. I'm
I
gonna
mean,
go over
you
to your
just
house.
fell, so why don't you just jump?
Yeah, just jump, bro. Jump, bro. Or find the stairs.
All right. See, I have
Oh,
one
just,
thing.
yo, just
I
hit the
have one thing
backward
about that.
somersault, wall
Anyways.
jump, cancel into cappy throw, dive, and you're good.
Anyways, moving on from all of that. I'm not dealing with your shit. Anyways, moving on. Fucking. Now I'm just like, okay, I'm still on the same floor. So that whole mental map I just made, I'm trying to figure out where exactly that is. So I'm just kind of like going back and forth here, trying to see if I can slowly piece together the map here and figure out where I'm going.
Okay, so you're gonna make a new map.
I'm trying. The emphasis on trying, because I don't think I can.
Oh, you don't think you can make a new map? Wow.
I don't think I can.
Cartographer.
Well, I'm sorry, but I am no cartographer.
Oh yeah, I'm the cartographer.
Neither,
sort of like in your mind, to be fair.
And neither is Bennett. Like, neither of us are cartographers, so you shouldn't expect a pitch perfect map.
I mean,
you know.
with downtime and some money, you can learn cartographer. That's the thing in D&D.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm
but
supposed to be the cartographer.
Bennet's not gonna bother spending time and money to be a cartographer when he has a lot more bigger things on his plate.
Like surviving the night,
Like, the casual, the survival, trying to figure out what the fuck he is, trying to figure out why the fuck he was made, which is, it's pretty high up there, right next to survive. It's kind of base instinct. And also,
I wouldn't,
because we already have a fucking cartographer in the group, so why do we need a second?
I mean, considering the fact that I'm dead, that would be why you would need another character.
Exactly.
Like, I don't know if you've noticed.
Yo, imagine if Kester wasn't dead.
Imagine if he wasn't dead. It's crazy.
Literally,
like imagine if Kester wasn't dead.
It's crazy. This
map
would literally be all but made.
Or imagine if you guys did that portal before the other one.
I wouldn't be dead yet.
Yeah,
I probably would be dead later, but I wouldn't be dead yet.
They have more bodies as well.
And it's a shame that your cartographer died before the maze puzzle. That's just unfortunate timing.
Isaiah, are you muted or are you just purposely muted?
Oh?
Yeah.
I think he's...
God, talking.
Okay.
He was talking to himself.
I was talking in the God.
And
that's why.
Oh, that's unfortunate, homie.
God damn it.
See, that you do make an excellent point. I also can't hear you. Hold on.
Not alone. I couldn't hear him either.
I was just kind of answering based on what I think he's saying. Anyways, I turned you up a fair bit, so you should be fine now, probably. Who knows? Yeah, that didn't do anything. All right, swell. Don't worry, I'll just strain my ears from now on. But anywho,
I was gonna say, so how about that local sports team again? Because downtime.
Yeah, that local sports team just does that good sports, man. They're really good at that sport thing.
I'm sorry, that's right. All right, get your hand out of the way, goddammit. That's right, goddammit. No, get your hand out. No. No. Where's the mouse?
When you get a chance, keep the DMs, bro.
That meme is so...
Alright, here we go.
That meme is so true.
What's this all about? Heavenly controller, more like felony controller. Am I right?
Wait.
Why?
Man.
Why?
Oh, you'll find out.
What?
There's a twit longer.
Twitter drama? God, here we go.
It's not really drama more, but yeah, you'll find out.
Okay, okay.
I'm gonna be right back. Gonna fucking go back, try to see if I can draw some kind of map, or at least like mental map that Bennett would have.
Let's watch the VOD.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump off.
Yeah,
that's I'm not sleeping.
Right. But yeah, like I'm going back to watch the VOD. That's why I'm ending the stream, because I don't need to hear clone voices. Yeah. Anyways, see you guys.
Later.
Alright, with that, got a freaking weird spot. But yeah, I guess this technically is the first stream from my own streaming setup, which is also my basically own room that I can lock, not let people. So that's good. Thank you all for watching. It really does mean a lot to you guys spend your time here. And let's see if we can find someone to raid. Let's raid. Hold on. Yeah, let's go raid Double O. He's hosting his own WWE 2K19 Federation UFN, which is heavily MMA and UFC inspired. You can tell from the feel, everything there. It's really fun. So we're gonna send out a raid. Yesterday I was supposed to start the DKW tournament, or at least start rolling the brackets. We were unfortunately unable to do that because I was moving everything down here, and we had internet issues that day, which I feel like everyone's getting this week. But I managed to fix it. I now have stable internet to stream. So next Tuesday, we should have all of that sorted. Yeah, curse you, internet. But we should have that all sorted. So next week, Tuesday, we're gonna start making the bracket on stream. We're gonna host some matches. And it might be a bit of a slower episode, but we're still gonna have it all the same. Thank you all for watching. Again, I think we're not gonna start it in August, probably. We're gonna start it probably the 1st of September. So stay tuned for that. Thank you all for watching, and I will see each and every one of you later. Sayonara.